Okay, welcome to Agora Advantages video on Stryde. Today we're going to be going over Stryde Saving Solutions, a wonderful service that helps pretty much any business in the United States help find additional tax incentives, tax write-offs, hiring incentives, a way to reduce their credit card processing without having to switch to their provider, waste and recycling, etc. So let's go ahead and jump on into it. We are currently on our main page, our home page of Agora Advantage. So on your left-hand side, we're going to go ahead and click onto Dashboard. This takes you over to your advisor dashboard, where we have some wonderful tools here for you for commissions and so on. So we're going to go ahead and go into the marketplace, which is where we're going to find Stryde. And we'll see that right here at the top. So let's click into that. Now, a lot of wonderful information here to read about. There's quite a bit of information and materials that we have made available to us from Stryde that we have put into the back office. There's some great information over in the virtual campus. There's also a lot of documents over in the document library, and I'll show you where to find all of that as well in this video. So we have numerous tabs here, just as we do in all of the products in the marketplace. So we have description, we have about Stryde, FAQs, reviews, and case studies also. So it's giving you not only are these references, but these are some of the clients that they've been able to find significant reductions for. Numerous different industries, hotels, auto, restaurants, manufacturers, and then plans. So they typically help clients in 4 key ways: specialized tax incentives, credit card merchant audits, waste and recycling, work comp insurance, and then forms. So there's quite a bit of information here in our Forms tab. I'll open up a couple of these just to show you an example on this video. But we have certain presentations for industries. There's also some tax articles regarding certain industries and reference in a case study. So let's just open up, let's go automotive, just as an example here, reference and case study for automotive. Okay. So it's saying why automotive. It gives a kind of an overview or an explanation as why Stryde helps automotive industry so much, what they typically find, what they usually do. And then again, this will look familiar, a couple of case studies here. So we'll go ahead and close out of that. And then there's also a specialized tax incentive article that they have on the automotive industry. These are all great documents that you can use and give to the client or the business owner that you're talking to. Just to keep it consistent, we will open up the auto presentation. This shows just really short, at a glance. It's an auto dealership. Auto dealerships typically achieve the following specialized tax incentives and corporate expense reductions. On average, property owner tax incentive of $80,000. 18% property tax savings, 27% waste and recycling reduction, 15% on workers' comp insurance. So many of them here. You guys are more than welcome to come in here and review as many as you want. Now, this is really important here too. So we have questionnaires that we've created for you. So there are certain questions that Stryde asks the business owner. You know, how much did they buy their property for if they happen to own that property? Have they spent any money on renovations? How much a month or a year do they process in credit cards? Are their property taxes over $40,000? Things like that. But we have 2 different ones. If they are a manufacturer, they are in the biotech, biomed, accounting, software, AEC, so architecture, engineering, then you're going to want to click here and you're going to get this questionnaire. The only difference between this questionnaire and the next one I'm going to show you is they have a question about their payroll taxes. They ask if the payroll taxes are more than $250,000 a year. This is what we've created for you guys to be able to obtain the answers from the client, which we can then later submit into Stryde software that will show us the results, so the estimated savings that they're going to be able to hopefully produce for them in all of these different areas throughout the business. Now here's the other example. As you'll notice, it's pretty much identical. The only difference is that payroll question is not there. So that's really important. That is one area where you can find the questionnaire. Now let's move on over to the Contact tab. We have Heather Trudeau. She leads up the support department over at Stryde. There is a telephone number and an email. Training. This is a recording call that we hosted on Monday, one of our Monday calls. Lots of good information in here. Support. Marketing tools. So we have a nice email here that you can copy and paste this into an email and send that out to a client. The commissions, I'm not going to get into too much of the commission breakdown here. You guys can take some time and review this, but basically what it comes down to for commissions for you guys when a client uses Stryde is there are two different options that we have available to you. You can enroll through Agora to be a Stryde agent direct. There is a $99 back office fee per month that Stryde has. That is not commissionable to Agora in any way. That is not a part of the comp plan. Agora doesn't make anything on the $99. That pays to have your portal, your back office, all of their training, their support, so that you guys can go out and use their Presentation Pro software from your smartphone, from a tablet, from a PC, a number of different ways to do the presentation with the client. If you guys opt to go that route, you will actually make 55% of the commissionable value that we receive from Stryde. The other option is that you guys do not have to become a Stryde agent and pay a $99 back office fee. We worked it out with Stryde to where Agora actually has a corporate account that they will allow advisors who have not opted in to be an agent, and you guys can utilize our account. And that is where that questionnaire form comes in handy that I just showed a moment ago. You guys would simply complete the questions with the client, and then you would email that over to Stryde@agoraadvantage.com. And then a member of Agora's corporate team will complete that presentation, and we will return the results to you and set up a call with the client to review, at which point we would schedule a call with the client, a time and a day for them to talk with Stryde on what Stryde calls their discovery call. And on that call, that is where they go over in detail all of the areas that the Presentation Pro software has identified. Estimated savings of X for property tax incentive. They'll go over every single area that business potentially qualifies for. Stryde will tell them why they found it, what they're going to do to help that client obtain that, what the fee will be to the client when they find that savings. Something that's really, really powerful for all of us when we're talking to business owners about Stryde is that it is very much a risk-free service. And what I mean by that is that we are able to put their answers through Presentation Pro to see what the estimated savings are. At that point, they'll have that discovery call with Stryde. And there is a service agreement that the client does need to sign. It just basically says that they agree to the no-cost analysis and that they're only going to pay a percentage of the savings that Stryde finds. So if Stryde finds $100,000 in property tax incentives, Stryde's fee may be 10% of the $100,000, which means the merchant is still going to receive a $90,000 credit. So, very, very good program. I mean, this is money that the merchant otherwise did not know was available to them, and that comes in multiple forms. It could be a credit card processing reduction, waste and recycling, the WOTC hiring incentive program, workers' comp, so many different areas that we look at when we're working with customers, and we put them through Stryde. So with that being said, let's go ahead and move on here. So this is, for the most part, what I wanted to show you here in the marketplace. A lot of great material and information. You can learn a lot about Stryde and all of the different variables, or different ways, I should say, that you can submit clients to Stryde, and roughly how much you guys will get paid, and all of that good stuff. So now I want to go ahead and jump on over to the document library, because a lot of what I showed you in this Forms tab, they are actually all housed over in the document library. So if you go to the left-hand sidebar here, you'll see an option that says Communicate. There's a little down arrow. Click on that. That'll open up some additional options. One of them says Document Library. So we'll click on to that. Just like the marketplace and the virtual campus, there are categories inside of the document library, as you see here on the right-hand side. Whenever you go into the document library, you will automatically be put into the All Documents category, so you'll see everything. Currently, we have 3 pages of documents, so you can go over 1 page with this arrow. You can also go to the very last page by clicking this arrow. We also have the comp plan and a few other things in here, but we have a category specific for Stryde Savings just because there are so many documents, and this is a very, very popular service that we have here at Agora Advantage. So you'll see questionnaire. These were what I showed you a little while ago. You have the option to download this onto your computer and print it. You can view it online like I'm doing right now. You will see that there are various presentations. That was also in the Forms tab. This is a great one. I really like this one. This is the kind of the main presentation, or the About Stryde presentation. This gives an overview, again, about Stryde, some of the services that they provide, who they have on staff, specialized tax incentives and expense reductions. They have saved over $500 million for clients doing what they do. So very, very good piece of document here. This highlights some of the primary industries that they've been very successful in. If you don't see an industry here, don't worry about it. Odds are Stryde will still be able to help them, and we will still be able to help them. So that is pretty much the document library there. You guys, you can all take some time to scroll through here. Lots of great materials. And then let's go ahead and go back to our dashboard. I do want to show you one other thing. If you, after watching this video, you do want to take the opportunity to join Stryde through Agora Advantage as an agent. That was one thing that I left out. You can do that by going over here on the Train tab. It says, if you would like to become a Stryde agent directly through Agora Advantage, please click here. If you click where it says click here, this will take you over to an enrollment page where you can enroll to become a Stryde agent. So ask for your billing information, first, last name, address, have you click a box to agree to the terms and conditions of Stryde's program, electronic signature, and then you hit enroll. So I wanted to show you guys that. That's also very important. And again, you make a higher commission when you go that route, 55% when you are a Stryde agent through Agora Advantage. If you decide not to and you want to submit the questionnaires to us here at Agora, and we run Presentation Pro for the client, 45%, that is our standard, and the comp plan is always 45%. This is actually the only product and service that we currently have in the marketplace that pays greater than 45%. That is going to conclude our video on Stryde. I hope you all found this very helpful. This is a video that just gives you a little bit of additional information on Stryde, kind of where to find certain things. So we appreciate you watching this video, and stay tuned for our next. Have a great day.